It took a moment to shake off that feeling. "You're Paul's brother?" I said, despite having clearly heard him make that exact statement. Sometimes you just need a second. "Yes." Well, that was informative. Maxie hopped over my head to hover in front of me. It was a welcome gesture, seeing as how the other way she would have reached that position would have been to walk through me, and I'm not crazy about that. "How do we know?" she asked. That seemed to puzzle the new ghost. He stopped moving forward and regarded her through a pair of glasses he produced from his breast pocket. You wouldn't think a dead person would need spectacles, but we'd actually met one who'd been blind, so throw the rule book out the window and welcome to my corner of the next life. "How do you know what?" he asked. "How do we know you're really Paul's brother?" The ghost considered that. "Because I am." It was clear we were going to get tons of information out of this guy. "Come in," Melissa said, gesturing to the new ghost who was still partially stuck in the door. A guest in the den wouldn't have seen him, but might have noticed a tension in that area. Best not to take chances. "I'm Melissa Kerby, and this is my mom, my grandmother, and my grandfather." She gestured as she went. "Our friends are Maxie and Everett. Who are you?" That girl has a future in diplomacy, if she doesn't decide to become a federal prosecutor or president of the United States. Or all three, now that I think of it. The ghost moved all the way into the kitchen and smiled at Melissa in a friendly way, which is all I ask. He did not bow exactly, but held up his head and then lowered it in more than a nod and less than a salaam. "I am Richard Harrison," he said. "It is very nice to meet you." "It's nice to meet you, Mr. Harrison," my mother said. "I'm Loretta, and this is Jack." I guess she didn't want Richard to be calling them Grandma and Grandpa, which was reasonable. "You can all see me," he said in wonder. "How is that possible?" "It's a family thing," Mom told him. "Did you come here looking for Paul?" But before he could answer, Maxie, who is not easily charmed, folded her arms. "You haven't answered me," she said. "How do we know you're really Paul's brother?" "I'm told we look alike," Richard said. "A lot of guys look like you, pal," Maxie said. "It's nothing special." "Maxie," Everett said. Even though Maxie usually defers to him on issues of polite discourse, she shook her head. "Anybody could come in here and say he's Paul's brother," she said. "Why would they?" Melissa asked.